What's going on, Call of Duty fans? Welcome back to episode 36 of Around the CDL. Today, we're going to talk about the last week of matches we just saw, rank some teams in the tier list. It's going to be a good episode, man. It's going to be a good episode before we head into this long break. First things first, though, boys, how we feeling? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. How's the week going?
What's up, man? Happy Wednesday. Happy to be here, as always. Yeah, no COD for a couple weeks, but it is. We'll power through it. We'll power through it for sure. Just excited for another episode.
Yeah, I mean, can't complain. Christmas is a week away. Ready for some gifts. That kid in me still likes the gifts. But yeah, how Preston said, we don't have COD for a few weeks, so that kind of sucks. But you know what? Spend time with your family. Spend time with your loved ones. COD will be back shortly. But yeah, happy to be here.
Facts, man. The fact that it's almost 2025 is crazy, bro. This year flew by. It really did. We said it last episode. It's been, I want to look it up. When was the date of our first ever episode? Because it was December of last year we did our first one. And I don't remember the exact day. So let me see if I can pull this up. I wonder if, imagine it's just, it's like perfectly on this day.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. The 7th,
Let me
I
see.
think. If it started December 8th.
It was December 5th.
Yeah.
So our first ever episode was just over a year ago, which is crazy. So shout out to everyone who's tuned in, man. It wasn't live. Our first 8 episodes weren't live.
That's crazy.
But our first live episode was not too long after. So shout out to everybody who's tuned in, man. We appreciate you guys. It's been a crazy year of the show growing from a couple hundred views on a video, a couple people in the live to where we're at now. But yeah, Preston, listen, man, we gotta have a talk.
Sure.
You said a couple things on some recent episodes about a current 4-0 team. A couple birds, bluebirds, some might call them. So how do you think about the Royal Ravens, bro? What do you think about the Royal Ravens?
Okay. Let me start by saying that I do owe a small apology to the Royal Ravens. They are playing some insane COD right now. That is where I'm gonna start. They're playing very good COD. They just mollywopped a FaZe team. There's not much more for me to say. Slasher looks like he's back in his 2016 Slasher self. Quinn looks like a top 3 sub in the game. They look great. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here. I'm actually going to stand my ground. I don't think these guys are going to keep up the level that they're playing at right now. So my apology is twofold. I apologize because they are playing infinitely better than I thought that they ever could. But I'm not going to apologize saying that I don't think that they're going to keep up the level that they're at right now. I think they're going to fall off. If they keep this up all season, I am genuinely going to be so freaking shocked. I will genuinely be stunned. I actually will be stunned. They are playing at an insane pace right now. I think Slasher can keep this up. But Gwyn keeping up the pace that he's at right now, I think will be very, very difficult. I genuinely do. He is playing at an unbelievable... he's an MVP caliber player right now.
I think he's the best. I think statistically, he's the best player in the game right now.
So I think for their dominance has been vastly because of that reason. So I'm not saying that they're living and dying by Gwyn, because they're not. But are they going to be able to do as good as they've been doing if Gwyn does fall off even a slight amount? I'm not sure. But my has-beens comment right now does look pretty bad. Although Vivid has been getting absolutely nuked. So
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, while we're on the topic, I might as well switch the scenes over and we can talk specifically, I guess, more about the FaZe Ravens series, but just kind of about both of these teams as a whole. I mean, in this series, we saw a red carpet from Atlanta FaZe. This is the first time they'd been 3-0'd, I believe, and it was an online qualifier in almost 600 days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Celium negative, you never see that. Abeezy was minus 23. I mean, Tej actually was the best player in that series versus FaZe. I don't even know what to say, bro.
Brian Saint was in front of his setup dangling crumble cookies in front of him. He said, look, you win, This is all for you. And Peach was excited for it. No, but seriously, I was looking back at the VOD probably like Monday or something just to rewatch the match. First map, FaZe looked like they had no clue what the fuck they were doing. Like if you look at the map, they look like they have no idea what they're doing. And it sucks to say because he was really good last year. Draza's just not good at this game. I don't know what it is, but if you look at him whenever he goes to his POV or whatever the case may be, he's just not doing it. Like I think there was a situation where it was on that first hardpoint map, and they were back by the turret, by the helipad, and he gets absolutely gunned by Slasher when he should be winning that gunfight. And I'm like, I don't think Draws is cut out for this game, to be honest. Like,
Damn.
I don't know if it's their chemistry. I mean, Simp after they beat Falcon said that their scrims aren't translating to matches or whatever the case may be, but Draws just does not look comfortable on the map. He doesn't look good on this game at all. I don't know what it is, but they just look lost, to be honest. In the S&D and in the hardpoint against Carolina. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. Are they getting slammed in scrims, or are they really doing good in scrims? Why isn't it translating to actual matches? What's going on? That team just looks dysfunctional right now.
Jake, do me a favor. Could you do me a favor?
Yeah. What's up?
Can you pull up that Doug Lieb sheet we were looking at in Cord the other day?
I can.
These two lovers were in Cord.
I want to. I want to.
I got it up
discuss.
right now. I just got it up.
I want to discuss some things. Okay, chat. Listen. I've been a anti-advocate of Celium for my past, honestly, the past 2 years, and you guys have been absolutely shitting on me for it. I get it. Okay, the guy's been putting up MVP numbers for years, and they literally have a Celium index because of the numbers that he puts up, that they're so astronomical that nobody's even close to him. It's called the Celium index. I get that. When I tell you that this is the Celium that I don't like watching, this is the Celium that I don't like watching. This stat right here, these sheets, this sheet that Dub League put out, percentage of gunfights taken, percentage of gunfights win. Look how low Cell is compared to other main ARs.
Top left chart.
Look at Dashy.
If you don't see it.
Look at Dashy. Look at Scrap. Look at all the other ARs in the league. Okay, Scrap's maybe like their flex. You could argue Ghosty's more of their flex. My point is, Cell's taking less gunfights than these top ARs, and he's losing more than half of them. In other words, he's getting pissed on. In terms of positional value, like other ARs compared to him, he's getting absolutely pissed on. This is what I'm talking about. If you're going to play slow and ratty like he does and he's known for, you got to at least do it to the level that he's been doing it, or they're going to get exposed. And right now they're getting exposed. If he's not going to play with his team and he's not going to chow like the team, look at Abizi, look at Simp. They're chowing. They're winning half their gunfights. That's what they're expected to do.
Mm-hmm.
But you either got to work and play as a team, or you got to do what's been working for them for the past 2 years. Let Cell be the rat, let him win. And if they're trying to do that, and they're still doing the system that they've been doing for the past 2 years and expecting Cell to just dominate, it's not happening. It's not. So I just wanted to show this, because this is what I mean when I say that. And everybody is just pissing down my neck. This is what I'm saying.
I wonder, I'm trying to think. I actually want to look at the maps they've played. They've played every map like one, or not once, but like they've played every map pretty evenly. I was going to say, I wonder if the nature of these maps being a bit more bang out oriented and less like you can kind of sit back and hold, that it's affecting Celium negatively, because typically he's at his best when he can like finesse cover and take, winnable gunfights. He is one of the best at playing his life. So I wonder if the fact that they're also playing from a disadvantage a lot of times because they're usually down in their hard points, that they're just having to run, and that's just not exactly the strength of his play style. That's just something I literally just thought of now. I didn't even think about that earlier when we were talking about this.
Well, I mean, you could literally we were talking about this in court. These charts to us make sense.
Mm-hmm.
When we were looking at them, we see how the good teams, they're dispersed. They all are
like Toronto, LAT, OPTIC,
Carolina.
You can
all
see the stagger of it. That makes sense.
And then you look at FaZe and you're like, oh my, look at Vancouver. They're all getting pissed
They're
on.
all losing more than half of their gunfights.
Exactly. And then you look at FaZe and Simp a couple years ago, like walking 1.3, a Beezy entry 1.1, 1.15. They're not even winning. They're barely winning half their gunfights, which is fine. They're not like, I'm not expecting them to take over every single series, but you got to have some sort of help. You have to have some sort of slaying dominance here from your ARs, from something. Look at all the ARs that are just slamming right now, and you're not getting that on FaZe right now, and that's the reason that they're struggling.
What I want to look at real quick is their damage per 10 minutes in hardpoint. So on FaZe, they're all sitting at just above 3,000 damage per 10 minutes. And then if we look at Ravens, because that's who they just played recently, Gwyn and Slasher are sitting at above 3,500. Tej is just at 3,000. Vivid's a little higher. So they're definitely getting some damage in there. Maybe not as much as you would think, which means I don't know if they're just getting caught sprinting. But I also feel like they're just not helping each other finish kills, because they're just very clearly, no one's winning more than half of their gunfights.
Or they're not getting useful kills, and they're getting kills that don't matter.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting to see how bad they're getting slammed.
I don't know, man. Obviously, I'm just talking from what I can, because I don't know the game like these guys do. These guys know the game better than I do. But from what I see, and just using common sense from these charts, the teams that are doing solid, you can see that they're doing solid. And the teams that aren't, you can see that they aren't. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, we know FaZe is gonna adapt eventually. You know, again, we don't know why it's not. Again, we're not watching the scrims. Simp said that they're doing really good in scrims, but it's not translating to matches. We expect this team to adapt. It's just, again, I don't know if it's just the game, the way the game is played, you know, the pace of the game, or just whatever it is that isn't suiting FaZe's play style and how they usually have played. Because, I mean, Simp and Abizi are still, you know, putting up their numbers, their regular schmeller numbers that you would expect from them. It's just the ARs that are absolutely pissing the bed and aren't getting it done. I think I just looked at Jaws's, like, stats, and overall, I think he has a 1.11 in hardpoint, but he has a 0.61 and a 0.76 in S&D and in control. I don't know what is.
He has the second to last KD in S&D and the third to last KD in control. If I'm
which is why I'm tweaking, because I feel like Draws is an S&D kid. Like, I feel like he's always a reliable. Like last year, he was always a reliable person for Atlanta. Even though, I mean, they were pretty much godlike at S&D regardless because of Tupac. But if you look at their S&D this year, have they won an S&D?
They won one versus.
They beat Falcons.
They beat Falcons, right? Yeah, I was gonna say that. But like, was Tupac really making that much of an impact on the team that these four really talented players can only win one map against the 12th best team in the league? I don't know. Something is just wrong with this, with the team. I don't know if it's the pace. I don't know if they get nervous going into matches, whatever the case may be. But we know it's going to get fixed. We know they're definitely in a slump right now. But it just sucks to see, because again, we want that competition, and they had that competition against LA Thieves when they almost reverse swept them. You know, they put up a fight, but other than that, it's like you can't go from almost reverse sweeping the number one team to getting 3-0'd by Ravens. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense, because I feel like, yes, you got reverse swept, but you have that, you know, that fire under you, like, oh shit, like we could have won that game. Like, next game we're gonna come out and absolutely slam Ravens, and you didn't. You got slammed, unfortunately. So whatever the case may be, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it is. I'm not a player, so I'm not. You know, I'm just a fan. I'm just putting my 2 cents in, but I have confidence that FaZe is going to be able to turn it around soon. If they don't, oof.
Bread and butter, by the way. Game 3, their bread and butter for the past X amount of years. Control, it's what they've been known for. It's been one of their 1-3, 1-3 to start the season. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, and also, I think who said it? Someone on Twitter was saying that Atlanta has been 100-point club 4 times already this season, including Kayson's tournament. Yeah. And I mean, FaZe of past years.
Simp said in his interview, he was like, I've been 100-point club more times this year than I think in the rest of my career combined.
Yeah, and it's like, that's just it just can't happen with the 4 talented players that are on the team. You just can't let that happen, bro.
Mhm.
Like, simple.
Off in hardpoint, 1 in 3 in control, 1 in 4 in search. I don't expect these numbers to stay the same. I expect them to figure it out, but these are numbers we've never seen from this group before. So something's clearly off. Clearly off.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably talk on and on about FaZe. You can definitely tell they're not playing together on the map. I'm sure their confidence is probably slightly shot after the way they started that first week. And then obviously the 3-0 versus Ravens. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the break affects them, right? Because they're going into the break off of at least 1 win. Yes, it was against the worst team in the league, but it gives them a little bit of confidence, hopefully, heading into the break. I mean, they're either going to come back slamming or they're going to come back even worse than they were, because it's still just not going to be clicking. So we'll have to see.
That's what Preston said.
I don't know, man.
Cooked.
Listen, I'm looking at this minor bracket, and if I'm FaZe, I'm shitting myself. If I beat who they play, Miami, right?
Miami.
If I beat Miami in round 1, I play Thieves in round 2. Okay, see ya. Gone. I'm shitting myself if I'm FaZe right now. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. You're pretty much like, again, I don't want to say it's a guarantee that you're going to, go out second round, but it's looking very likely.
Yeah,
Shit, they may go out first round if Miami somehow turns into Miami.
If Super's visa gets ready over the break, and he comes in for lucky, they might have.
They'll win a game. They'll win a game 5. Miami's S&D is.
Their S&D is terrible.
They won't win the control for sure, because Miami's, for some reason, they're fucking godlike.
They're undefeated at control, I think, right?
Yeah, I know.
But it needs to be 1, 2, 4. That's what it needs to be for FaZe if they want to get any type of confidence going into that LA Thieves match. They can't let it get close. They can't let it get to a game 5 and get too close, because it's just gonna ruin their confidence. Like, they need to run through Miami, go into that LA Thieves match with that same mentality that they had at EWC or wherever the fuck, Major 2 Miami, and just run through them. Because if it gets any closer than that, it might be GG's.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams come out of the break. But I think to talk a little bit more about Ravens, and maybe more specifically, them getting the first reverse sweep of the season versus Cloud9 New York, a team that, when they're playing on a good server, definitely can fight back. Well, their SMGs can fight back. Their ARs don't seem to know their guns work yet. Sib with a .66 minus 34 getting reverse swept here. What do you guys think is going on with the ARs here on C9? Because everyone thought the SMGs were going to be the problem, and it turns out it's the other way around.
I think the same thing is happening with FaZe, to be honest. Like, because I remember that one video that I think Lamar posted of Sib getting like a going on like an 18 streak in scrims, and we were like, oh, this kid's gonna be nasty or something like that. But he's not. Like, is it the pace? Like, are just ARs not able to, like, is the game just going too quick for them? To be honest, I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I feel like Sib can play at a good pace. Like, Sib's definitely a fast AR.
Definitely can.
He can definitely keep up.
But I don't know, bro, to be honest.
I have a theory.
Let's hear it.
What is the theory? Let's hear it.
All right. Let's think of the teams that Sib has been on, right? Let's think of the teams. Okay.
I know where this is going.
You've had Seattle. You've had New York. Both of those teams have had some of the most selfless ARs, main ARs, that the league has known today. You've got Accuracy, who does everything that he can to put his team in a position to win. You've got Skies, who is known to do everything he can to put his team in a position to win. I'm not saying that Sib is just in that position merchant. I'm just saying we're used to him putting up these unbelievable numbers from the past years because he's known what to do on the map, because he's had this massive green light. He hasn't had to do anything else on the map because he had some of the two most selfless ARs in the league, in Skies and in Accuracy. I think he's just got to slowly adapt and figure out his positioning on the map. Not saying Attach isn't those guys. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when you think of selfless ARs, you think of Accuracy, you think of Skies. You're not exactly thinking of Attach. Attach usually puts up solid numbers himself. So it's a bit of a disconnect for Sib. You know, I think it's just he's gotta get his footing down pat right now. He's getting absolutely pissed on, but we see the talent. I mean, it's not like the talent's not there. The guy's nasty. He's just got to figure it out.
I think there's sorry, you go out first, Alex. You go.
No, I was gonna say, to be honest, I thought you were gonna say that both of his teams have had a superstar SMG.
That's what I was just gonna say.
That were like able to kind of slay out and kind of put that pressure on the map that he could follow up with. And right now, he really doesn't have that with Cramper Matt.
Yeah, he had Pred and Hydra.
That too. I mean, I guess it works both ways, to be honest.
You got someone like laying down damage and making it easier for you up ahead, and you got someone behind you doing all the right things.
Exactly. He literally has had a mega green light the 3 years he's been in the league. A mega green light. So I mean, this is his dashy transitioning year for him right here. He's got to figure out his footing. He's got to play more of a
either that or Attach has to change his play style potentially.
That's true. That's one of the. I personally would give Sib the green light, but for longevity purposes, maybe it's time.
Game's also different. You know, Black Ops 6 doesn't play the same it did MW3 or MW2 or Vanguard, so that also is an effect.
Even in like the matches that they won, or even the match that they won against Rocker, and in the Carolina map, which they should have won, but they were the first reverse sweep of the season. He's not doing good. Like I don't know what's going on with him. I think he went negative every map. He got 1 kill in the S&D. And yeah, he went negative every map, and he had 101 deaths.
Yeah.
I mean, even
that's insane.
Even versus Rocker in a 3-1, he went minus 20.
Yeah.
He went negative in every map except for the S&D. He went even.
Yeah. 101 deaths with an AR is crazy.
He had died 81 times versus Rocker. That's the most on his team.
Is he?
I just don't.
Is he trying to play too quick? Like
maybe
is he trying to put too much pressure on the map? Where like Kremp and Mac, who Kremp is a pretty aggressive sub, I would say. Mac not so much. He's like your kind of OBJ because he had that role on Seattle. But is he just putting too much pressure on the map that it's just?
It could
not
be
the team
it
right,
could be a case of like he's just trying to go until he gets his gun hot, just continuing to chow until he gets a streak going and warms up, and it's just not working.
You think maybe it's like a mental thing where he's overcompensating? Like, oh my god, I used to play with Pred, I used to play with Accuracy, oh my god, I used to play with Hydra, I used to play with Skies, and now I got to be the guy on this team, and he's maybe in his own head, in his own mental.
I mean, it's possible. I always took Sib as like a pretty confident player. So it'd definitely be weird.
It should be. He's gross.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it'd be weird for him to kind of lose the confidence in himself. I don't know. I feel like sometimes players just don't adapt to games, right? I talked about this on my watch party. Look at Awakening last year. Awakening was literally a walking 1.2 for years. Last year, he got slammed, dropped off Rocker, out of the league the rest of the season. I don't know if Sib is getting dropped off C9 out of the league the rest of the season, but sometimes the game just doesn't fit your playstyle, or the team system just doesn't fit your playstyle, and you just cannot get comfortable in your role. And I don't know if that's what's happening with Sib, but I think it's definitely a possibility because I feel like he's someone who's pretty confident in his gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, again, whatever it is, we're only 2 weeks in, so most of these players, are still kind of fitting in their roles.
And we'll be like, remember when he was 0.7 for the first 2 weeks?
101 deaths is crazy.
But yeah, again, same with FaZe. Again, we don't know if it's practice isn't transitioning into matches, because again, that one clip that Lamar posted was from a scrim. He got like the mothership or whatever the fuck is called.
Yeah, he got like an AC-130.
Yeah, the AC-130, and he caught it in just because they were blowing out Ravens specifically, because I remember, and he's just not doing that in matches. Like, I don't know if it's, like how you said, confidence or what it is, to be honest. But 2 weeks, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see how the rest of the major goes. And from there, then, we may need to start talking about role changes, role swaps, team changes, whatever the case may be. But, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how they sort it out. What do you say? What do you say we talk about OPTIC? You guys obviously made a roster change heading into this week. How did you feel about watching Hook back on OPTIC, back in an OPTIC jersey?
I love that guy, man.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Preston.
you go. I just wanted to say that I
Oh.
love that guy.
I mean, ever since he's came on the team, we haven't lost a search and destroy.
Yep. 3-0.
I mean, he's him at search and destroy. Like, I think we kind of noticed that during the LAG match. He was not that great in the first hard point, but in search he was consistent. Like, he's always going to put up the numbers in search, and that's good for us because again we've been struggling in recent matches in search, so that's good for us. And he still does what he needs to do on the team. Again, I know Jake, you put out a video on who's a better fit for Shotzi, Pred, or HAVOK, which you can talk about a little bit. But yeah, I mean, great dude, pretty selfless as well. He's gonna make the winning play when he needs to. And like I said, ever since he's came on the team, our search has gotten a shit ton better. So gotta love that because our search was our weakest game mode. A little OPTIC as a whole in control, we're a little trolly. Don't understand why we don't stack the point. I know Shotzi was saying when Krim asked him on the watch party, it just basically has to do with reps with HAVOK and how they want to play the map. But nonetheless, I like some of the plays they were playing against LAG specifically on that control. I was losing my mind over because I was like, we have 4 down and we're not stacking the point and we're trying to take other routes. Doesn't really make any sense, but I digress again. I'm not a player. I don't know how the game is played. They play professionally, so I'll keep that opinion to myself. But yeah, HAVOK, he's been doing what he needs to do. Again, his KD hasn't been, the best, Pred-esque, but it's been good enough to where we're able to win games and he's able to dominate in search, which he has been doing.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed, which feels a bit bizarre, and maybe it's just a coincidence for the weekend. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, it's a thing that'll we'll tell over time, but it seems that Dashy feels a bit more free on the map, playing with Kyler versus Pred, which kind of in a weird way doesn't make sense. You think maybe more respawn kills with Pred would maybe open up the map for Dashy to do a bit more, but maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's just the pace. Maybe it's the positioning. Maybe it's the play style with Shotzi. Bruce just looked like
him.
Yeah, it literally him.
He was
slamming, soaking, rotating. Dude, I mean, he was doing genuinely whatever he wanted to do. Now, like I said, that could be a coincidence. That might have nothing to do with Kyler. But the fact that it happened 2 series in a row with Kyler, I don't know. It just looks like he's open. So, the argument that everyone's going to make, and it's true. I mean, there's no way around it. We lose some respawn slaying with no AG and Kyler. It is what it is. AG's one of the best slayers in the game. We lose to slaying. But if Bruce is open and doing what he's doing, and you have Shotzi roaming, and you have HAVOK with the pace that he puts on, as long as you're winning 2 respawns a series, I'm feeling good winning 1 or 2 S&Ds a series with this team. So the question then stands is, can this team win a tournament? With the way that their S&D currently looks, yes. Everybody says S&D wins tournaments. If their S&D looks this good, yes. Respawn has to be consistent. It's been a little bit inconsistent. The team's new, so we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But regardless of S&D winning championships or not, your Respawn has to be consistent. But this team has some chance to do some good. I was very excited to see Bruce back in his championship form today. This past weekend, man, he was doing everything. Mm-hmm. Everything.
I just realized he has a 1.96 in S&D.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can pull up his card. I think Breaking Point tweeted it out.
He is disgusting. Again, we're struggling on respawns because, again, of that obvious slaying factor that we don't have from AG. But, like, Bruce is kind of picking up that slack a little bit. And I know I see people in the chat saying Kenny, and he's also been getting critiqued heavily. Again, it's just the ARs this year. Like, I don't know if it's just the way the map is played or whatever the case may be. Kenny has been struggling, and I'll admit that he has been struggling. But specifically, I think it was a series against Vancouver where he died like 41 times in that red card, the first the first HP.
Yeah, he did.
But pretty much after that, I think he went positive almost every map except he went map 2. He had a 1.4 control. Yeah, control's control for us.
You guys won though. So.
But he, picked it up a lot. I know he said it is the post game interview that he's a little nerve wracking, going in with HAVOK as new teammate. But they've been having good practice, so we'll see how that looks. But Kenny has been, a little bit underperforming, but I have 100% all the confidence that Kenny's going to pick it up. Kenny's always that guy. He's always going to pick it up. I don't have any doubt that this game is any different from that.
Yeah, I think you definitely know Kenny is like one of those perfectionist type guys where, especially when you're bringing in someone who you've only scrimmed with for 2 days, Ken's going to be hyper focused on like trying to make the right play, make the right rotation, hold the lane, hold the spawn, and he's going to get in his head and maybe not get his gun up as much.
Yeah, maybe like overcompensate because he thinks the right play isn't going to be made. So he feels like he has to make it. That's totally fine. I get how you said that. They have 2 practices with HAVOK. As time goes on, as the major goes on, as they get more reps, things will kind of iron themselves out, as they will for every other team in the league. So again, I'm not losing faith in Kenny at all. I know some people were like, Kenny's ass, drop him, this and that. Y'all got to give my guy some time. Again, was discussing last year, was discussing the year before that, and was discussing the year before. MW2, it was his off year, but Kenny's Kenny. He's gonna pick it up. We all know that.
Facts, yeah. I mean, listen, bro. At the end of the day, every team's gonna get better, but specifically for OPTIC, they've literally played with HAVOK for 3 days before winning 2 matches that weekend against other pro teams that have been playing together for few months at the very least. So you got to think like it should only get better and they should only get more comfortable. So it's maybe not this position people thought they were going to be in, OPTIC fans thought they were going to be in, but you're 2-0 with HAVOK and you're only going to get better. So it could be worse. It definitely could be worse.
Yeah. One more thing with Kenny real quick. I saw this past weekend that I really, really like, and I think it's going to actually bode really well for them. Kenny's a flex. He's not a main AR. He's a flex. And I saw the dude running a 3rd sub a lot this past weekend. Vault, Protocol, I saw it a lot. The pace, they won that Protocol by 150 points, dude. I mean, they had 96% of the map locked down at all times, and I think Ken had a sub for probably 60% of the map. The pacing of this team is going to be astronomical, and if he's going to use a 3rd sub in some situations as well, dude, these guys are going to fly. So if their guns are shooting, dude, don't lose faith in this team. And if there's one guy in the league that you shouldn't lose faith in at all, it's Ken. I mean, come on.
That's great work.
Put some respect on that name.
That is great work. Yeah, it's going to be cool to hopefully see the flex be able to flex a bit more this year. Because last year, I mean, there was a flex. It was this SMG. It was like the 2nd sub pulling out an MCW 90% of the time. So
yeah,
it'll be cool to see someone actually like maybe 50-50 pull out an AR or an SMG depending on the map or the hill. So that is pretty exciting because we saw every team, I think, flexing throughout the weekend, except for maybe the Falcons. They like to run 3 ARs. King of Body just gets slammed.
a booty.
King of Booty. King of Mode. I don't know exact. The casters have said it like 2 or 3 different ways, so I'm still unsure exactly.
I watched that video today. I was in tears. Exon's like, no, it's a booty.
Okay, King of Booty.
In fucking tears, bro. That video is fucking.
That shit is hilarious. We can quickly talk about Falcons real quick. They did win their first respawn in the CDL, their first ever professional win in a respawn versus Atlanta FaZe. Xnid went 36-22, and Kix went 28-18 in that map versus FaZe in their historically probably best game mode.
I saw their the video that they posted after they won and like the energy that they had. And I was like, fuck yeah, but you gotta have that energy the entire game.
They got 100 point club the next map.
That's just so sad, bro. King of Body needs to go back to challengers, unfortunately.
Oh man, listen,
They're your guys up, Preston.
Yeah,
I'm
these
gonna
are your
let you
guys,
talk.
Preston.
they're 0-4, right? Okay, they're 0-4, so I can't gas them too much. But what I will say is every single time I sit there and watch, I take away something that they do better every single time they play. They're still making small mistakes
Mm-hmm.
that they can't make because they'll never win series making the mistakes that they're making. Okay, but I that control was clinical against a historical great control team. Dude, and one thing that Kicks looks
Yo, he's
unbelievable,
got the
dude.
third best KD in the league, and he's not sitting in the back like
Damn.
farming. He's
No,
pushing.
no. He's not 20 and 12 every single map and just absolutely playing for picks. No, this dude's flying and frying. This guy's elite. I don't expect the booty to do anything, that I oh wait, oh, is he back?
I'm back.
Okay.
He's
All right. I the X-Nid that I saw in that control, that's the X-Nid that they're gonna need
Mm-hmm.
pretty much every series if they're gonna be competitive. But that's the X-Nid that we saw at EWC. So maybe he just needs a little bit of time to get more comfortable. But listen, at the end of the day, these guys are fun to watch, man. They're a great underdog story. Okay, I'd so much rather watch these guys than any single of the terrible teams we've seen in the past year. I'd watch these guys over Rocker last year. I'd watch these guys over Boston Breach last year. I'd watch these guys over. They're fun. They're fun. They're going out there. It's a massive underdog story, and they're fun. They're gonna get better. They're gonna get better. Trust me.
Yeah, dude, these guys are. I mean, I genuinely think that was the most fun I had this past weekend was watching the Falcons play and watching them play FaZe because it's just like, how can you not root for them? Like, genuinely, how can you not root for them to just when they get that first win? It is going to be insane. It's gonna be insane
Against LAT.
Hopefully not, but hey, listen, if it happens, it happens. But I very much doubt it. Yeah, no, but Kicks is a shooter, bro. Like Kicks, like genuinely, I think Kicks can be a CDL player on other teams if Falcons were to decide we want to blow up this roster. Like I think other teams would make a move to pick up Kicks because he looks nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they're going to be interesting this year.
Rumor has it there's a challengers team, so maybe there's like a.
They have a challengers team and they're in NA. Like they play the same office as these guys. So potentially, yes, there could be swaps made in there if they need to.
Maybe just bring up one of the young guys for a booty, and
they have a challengers player named King. So they have King and King of Booty on their teams.
So
I don't know if that guy's an SMG, but
King of Booty looks 40.
King
No, he's 20. He's 25. Him and Roxas are 25.
Yeah, actually.
I think they're gonna have the two
Yes.
kings fight it out and see who's the real
Yes.
king, and whoever wins gets on the team.
Yeah.
Kicks is 24 and Xnit's 22.
All right. Well, he's young. He's got time.
Abadi's 25. Abadi and Roxas are 25.
Yeah, bro. This year, I feel like is just super competitive. Like every series feels somewhat difficult to pick. Not all of them necessarily. Like Sunday, for example, I thought like Ultra were going to win for sure versus Miami. That ends up going game 5 anyway. I thought FaZe was going to beat Falcons. Falcons ended up taking a map. I thought LAT was going to beat Rocker. Rocker ended up making that way closer than it should have been. So like it's actually hyper competitive this season. It is early, so like, some teams will pull away, some teams will fall off, whatever the case may be, but it feels so much more competitive than last year already, like just within 2 weeks.
It does. I will say very quickly, I'm a little bit disappointed with the Surge. I'm not going to beat on them too much, but I need to see more. That's a team that I think a lot of people had as a dark horse, and I'm seeing absolutely nothing. That's all.
But there is one dark horse that looks good, and that's the other team in green. Well,
the Boston Break.
The team we haven't talked about that's green, because then we have 3 of them. Dude, Boston. I mean, they're 11-9 in map count, so like they've only won just over 50% of their maps, but they've gone to game 5 every series, and they've won 3 out of 4 of them. I mean, that's tippable. That's tippable.
They're icy.
Icy for sure.
Number one fan.
I don't like tipping anybody with a team with Snoopy on it, but you know what? More kudos to them. They beat OPTIC, so listen, you're not going to win every single game 5, so they better figure out some respawn consistency.
Mhm.
But to start out 3-1 in series and win 3 game 5s, you got some ice. And there's some things you can't teach, and that's ice. So
Yep.
good to know you got some of that.
Yeah, man, we're in for a good season. We're in for a good season. What do you say we get into this tier list though? Being as we talked about a bunch of the teams, we can obviously talk about all the teams more as we rank them. But let's what's going on in chat? I can't see chat because I have this open.
Somebody said, "Damn, Snoopy slander. What did I miss? What did he do?"
Bro, I was watching the OPTIC podcast that they dropped like yesterday or whatever it was, and in like the second segment, they were talking about CDL pros, and Scump was saying something about how like he obviously knows he's really good at COD, but some of the mechanical players, I'm not even joking. He literally said Shotzzy, Hydra, Snoopy in that order as like some of these mechanical guys that just look insane. I swear to God. So listen, even the king is tipping Snoopy, at least mechanically. Obviously, decision making is really where Snoopy needs to figure it out, but
Yeah.
Snoopy did emo after winning against OPTIC. That's
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that. Yeah, I'm not sure really what that was, but you know,
bro,
what?
can we
Good for
talk
him. He
about
won.
Beans? Beans freaking doing sign language or whatever he's been doing in the face cams after maps. Have you seen this? I don't know. He's casting spells or something. I don't know what Beans is doing.
Beans is a tweaker. He's a tweaker, man.
Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's do the tier list though. I have the same tiers we used last time. So we have every Sunday, fighting for Sunday, winners bracket, and going home Friday. Those are the 4 tiers we used last time. So I guess we can use the same ones again. And yeah, I mean, we can just hop straight into it. What team do you want to start with? Who do you feel like should go where?
Falcons. I fear they have to go going home Friday.
Yeah.
As of right now.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Maybe
they're better on land, right? Like who knows? But you know, I don't think so. They need to work on respawn. They think they're playing TDM half the time. I think.
I would say we would put the other 0-4 team, the LAG mates, in going home Friday, but they've played a lot better than their record has suggested. So,
well, let's hold that thought. Are there 2 teams that we would put before? Well, 4 teams go home Friday.
Well, I guess.
Or we do 3? Did we do 3 or did we do 3?
I mean, technically, we can really do this however we want. If we feel like there's team, if it skews higher because we feel like there's more better teams, that's fine. I think.
Okay.
So wherever we really feel like they fit, I don't think it matters how many are in each tier.
I mean, at best, they squeak to a Saturday. That's
at best, LAG is like a winners bracket type. Well, they're obviously not making winners. Maybe we got to rename that because they're clearly not making a winners bracket. They're 0-4. I guess they could if they go 3 and 4. But
your thing's blurry on my. What's the second tier? Like the second from bottom?
Winners bracket.
And
then winners bracket.
And then the second from top.
Fighting for Sunday.
Fighting for Sunday. Okay.
Do we need to add a tier?
No, let's just rename that Fighting for Saturday. If we have fighting for Sunday.
I was gonna name it like maybe Saturday.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So we think LAG is like a maybe Saturday team, or do you think they're going home? The thing with LAG that I will say is they have players that have had success on LAN that could potentially be better on LAN, but also we saw Kismet get worse on LAN last year. Priesta barely even played on LAN last year.
Yeah, we made him look like prime simp when we were playing him. I was tweaking for a little bit.
Well, I will say that I think that if C9 for me,
Conjures kids today.
C9 for me right now is going home Friday. I've not been impressed.
So?
Yeah, I've not been impressed at all.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I can see that.
You guys agree?
Sorry. They go up 2-0 and Ravens and shit themselves.
Actually, I agree. I do agree. I feel like I know C9 has potential to be a solid team, like a fighting for Sunday type team, but you can't 2v4. Like, it's just not going to happen. Their ARs are not shooting their guns.
Yeah, and people in chat are saying Surge. I might have to agree with that too. Surge have done absolutely nothing to impress me so far.
Surge are getting... I mean, we saw that Doug Lieb chart. They're all losing more than half of their gunfights.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Put it in there. Get him out there.
We could throw him in there.
Where are you going there?
All right, so we got 3 going home Friday. I mean, if there's anyone else we really feel like deserves to be down there, we can. But I think that's probably maybe you might be able to argue LAG, but we can keep discussing.
Okay.
Maybe Saturday I would put LAG, Miami,
Maybe Saturday for LAG.
Walker?
I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that because at least LAG looks partially competent in every game mode. They just haven't won a series.
Yeah, they've been pretty competitive. I mean, yeah, they've been relatively competitive.
Yeah, I would say Miami and Rock are the only two teams that would go there, to be honest.
I
think Miami's a maybe Saturday team.
Who?
Miami. I think Miami is like right now. Lucky's not really shooting his gun, and Metals is very hit or miss. I think their subs are good, but I don't see them being a team that's even fighting for Sunday.
Yeah, Miami and Saturday, I'm cool. I don't know if I'm cool with Rocker there, man. I think Rocker might be fighting for Sunday. I think Rocker might be fighting for Sunday, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been a little impressed with those guys.
They do look decent. They push the pace. They have been getting outslayed, but they have good teamwork. Rocker.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sunday. But we don't want to have too many teams fighting for Sunday. I mean, Boston's fighting for Sunday right now. FaZe is fighting for Sunday right now.
FaZe is maybe Saturday right now.
FaZe, yeah, but if we put FaZe in maybe Saturday right now, we would never hear the end of it. Genuinely,
I agree.
All right, so let's do the obvious ones here. Let's put LAT and Sunday.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do what? Ultra and Sunday.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Who else?
I'd put OPTIC in Sunday.
Alex, what do you think?
I'd agree, and then maybe Ravens.
Right now, I'd put Ravens in Sunday.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if we're looking at this as if we were heading into Major 1, I think those are the 4 best teams in the game.
That would be my Sunday.
If I had to put my money on it, these are the 4 teams I would pick to make a Sunday right now.
And then those 3 teams fighting for Sunday, I think that's perfect. I literally think that's perfect. I think that's. I don't think you get much better than that.
Yeah, I think I agree. I definitely think I agree.
That's insane that FaZe is not in Sunday, but that's where we're at.
I mean, listen, on LAN, FaZe could get significantly better again for sure, and we know FaZe they make every Sunday pretty much, except for champs last year. But based off objectively what we've seen through 4 series, they do not look like they would make it to a Sunday right now, unless they got a very lucky draw where they played like Surge, Falcons, Miami to make it to a Sunday or something crazy.
To be honest, unless they get OPTIC's bracket, because we play Falcons and then we play Boston literally right after for the minors. So that's like a very favorable bracket for OPTIC.
Mm-hmm.
But FaZe is going Miami straight into the number 1 team in LAT. And I'm sorry to say, but I don't think those tiny terrors are beating the long neck in the French. So.
Shout out the French. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they almost reverse swept us. You never know.
True.
I can't say I'm not a little nervous about that matchup. I hope we play Miami. I'd rather play Miami than FaZe, even with the way FaZe looks, for sure. Yeah, all right, that's the list. Chat, you guys let us know what you think. If you're watching in post, drop it in the comments. Obviously, like if you think FaZe is a Sunday team, that's fine, I guess. They just don't look that good right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're just banking on them being better at a LAN, that's fine. But we're just going off of the 4 matches we've seen, so.
If Scrap does a lookalike contest at Dallas Major, Preston better show up.
Yo, honestly, bro.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's too funny. Let me switch this screen over. Yes, so that's the tier list. I did want to ask you guys, what are your 3 biggest surprises of the season so far? It could be any 3 things. We all have to say something different, though. So if someone says something, you can't say it. I want so we can get 9 different things. But what is the biggest surprise? We can go one by one. What is the biggest surprise of the season for you right now? The first thing that comes to your mind. Alex first. Me go first?
Yeah, you're first. You came up with the idea.
Okay. Atlanta FaZe only winning 1 series is definitely number 1 for me right now. Okay. I think them being 1-3 to start a year sounds like it's out of an alternate universe. Celium having a negative KD, all this encompassing in FaZe, doesn't make any sense to me. I never would have saw it coming. They did play 3 of the probably the 3 best teams, obviously, if we look at the standings right now, and lose to them. But there's in no world you would have told me before the season they were going to lose to Ravens, even Ultra. And if you would have said they were going to beat Thieves, I wouldn't have argued with you. So FaZe being 1-3 is number 1 for me for sure.
Alex?
I have to say, I mean, probably think the other most obvious is Ravens being the second, well, technically right now, the first best team, or first in the standings after 2 weeks, would be my what the fuck moment. Because I tweeted this, if you would have told me at the beginning of the season that the top 4 would have been Ravens, Thieves, Ultra, and Boston, I would have smacked the fuck out of you and say, like, I need whatever Pine Park or whatever Papaya you're on. But yeah, I think that one is Ravens being the number 1 team currently in the standings.
Okay, I'm going to go and counter-argue that and say LAG being as bad as they've been to start the season, 0-4 with a team of world champions that have won the big tournament together, and a French, not the French they won the tournament with, but still a very talented young French phenom.
Very good.
0-4 is not going to cut it. There's probably some odd chance they can still squeak out a winner's bracket if they win 3-0 with some insane maps, considering they have some solid map counts now. But it's not looking good for them Major 1, and they got to turn some things around quick.
For sure. So, I mean, our first 3 are just teams being better or worse than we thought they were going to be, which makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
I think, I'm trying to think of what my next one is. Like, what else is super surprising? I'd say Boston, just the Boston Breach. Being 3-1, having ice like they didn't have last year. I think all of their players look good, right? Like, I think they all have moments. I think their teamwork looks incredible. Snoopy looks good. Purge looks good. They're actually a kind of low-key and nasty sub-duo. If you watch the way they move on the map, they feel like they do everything together, especially in Search and Destroy. Like, just watch the minimap when Boston plays, especially in SND. You're always going to see their arrows together. It's actually super typical teamwork out of Boston. So I think them starting out 3-1 is definitely surprising because I don't think many people thought they'd beat OPTIC, but I definitely think they were a pleasant surprise so far this season.
Yeah. Probably the second one for me, because we all thought this when we learned that Vegas was joining the league, that we all were like, they're all about to get slammed. But no, Kick's having the 3rd highest KD in the league after 2 weeks. Like,
it is crazy.
How y'all said when we were reviewing the team, he's also not just like in the back of the map, kind of just like, his teammates are doing damage and he kind of just finishing people off. He's putting pressure on the map consistently. He's running at you and he's winning those gunfights. So I would say Kicks have the 3rd highest KD, especially in a league where we have Simp, Abizi, Draws, Celium, Shotzi, Kenny, Dashy, Scrap, Hydra, Envoy, Ghosty. Like, you would expect them to be behind those players or maybe in the middle of the pack, but having the 3rd highest KD, I would say that's probably one of the most shocking ones for sure.
All right, I'm going to change the tides a little bit here. I'm going to go with the fact that this is a personal opinion, but I don't know how many people agree with me. My favorite map to watch in the league right now is Red Card. I don't know how much of a hot take that is, but I absolutely love it. I love it for S&D. I love it for Hardpoint, and the colors on that map are absolutely godlike. So I'm here. I'm 100% anti Red Card slander, and I'm here to back it up. It's my favorite map to watch, and I genuinely hope that I see it in every series for the rest of the season. I hope they never get rid of it. Genuinely.
That's definitely I think that's definitely a hot take. I actually agree that it's better than I think people are giving it credit for, but I definitely think that's probably a hot take amongst a lot of people. It was the most vetoed map in ranked, I swear to God. We never played it once the first week or 2 ranked was out.
So much better than Protocol Rewind.
Oh, I hate Protocol, bro. I hate Protocol. Yeah. All right, what is my 3rd one? I'm trying to think of one that's a bit more off the wall. I think this one's definitely more personal, coming from the LAT fandom. I think the slow start from Hydra in Search and Destroy and in Control this year has been surprising to me. Search and Destroy specifically, Hydra's actually not been really doing a lot. It's been a lot of Scrap, Ghosty, and Envoy making up for him in SND. It's definitely been a mode that we've struggled with slightly, for sure. Actually, I think we only have one loss in Surge, and it was to C9. But our S&Ds have, or no, we lost to Rocker too. I don't know.
Yeah, they
S&D's
smoked y'all.
S&D's been weird for the Thieves, and I definitely think Hydra being not that great in Search is weird because he's always been a good S&D player. Then even in Control, I think last year Hydra was arguably the best Control player, either him or Scrap. And I think he's sitting at a negative KD right now in Control. He's definitely moving around the map and getting kills, but like, I feel like he's had a bit of a slow start, which has been odd. Luckily, the team has been, making up for it, but definitely a bit of a slow start. Although in Hardpoint, that guy's insane. I don't know what the difference is in the modes, but in Hardpoint, he's averaging like the most kills per 10 minutes. He's absolutely slamming. So I think he's going to figure it out for sure. I just definitely think that's been a surprise.
Yeah. I think next one, kind of personal to myself and Preston. OPTIC making the first team change. Literally straight out of left field. Did not expect it. Went to lunch on that beautiful day. Looked at my phone. Hook in prepared. I said, what? But yeah, I think that's the most shocking. I mean, we knew teams were going to make changes. We knew Hook was going to get picked up by somebody at some point. Did I expect it to be OPTIC? No, because he even didn't expect it to be OPTIC. He knew he was going to get picked up, but he didn't know he was going to go to OPTIC. So, yeah, I mean, sucks. Just to clarify, Hex has talked about it. Pred has talked about it. I don't think we've talked about it. But just to preface, if you're still making up rumors on why Pred got benched or whatever the case may be, shut the fuck up. He came out. He said what he needed to say. Stop speculating. I know people are still speculating on what's happening, on how the situation just doesn't make sense. Why would they do this? Why would they do that? Look, they came out. They said it. We have to take what they said at face value. We're not going to keep assuming. I wish nothing but greatness for Pred. I wish him all the best. If he comes back to OPTIC, love it. If he doesn't, whatever team he goes on, he has a lifelong fan in me for sure. But other than that, back to my topic, I would definitely say OPTIC making a team change literally after 1 week.
Yeah, that might have been a surprise a little bit, actually. I saw it coming, but for everyone else, I think it was a surprise.
Well, okay.
Nah, I'm trolling.
Last one. I think I'm gonna do a two-parter. Win being an absolute menace on the map, looking like MVP favorite, some might say right now. And on the contrary, somebody that was in the MVP talks last year, Sib, absolutely getting slammed at the present moment. Those two people on opposite sides of the slaying spectrum right now. Be slayed or slay. Those two are absolutely surprising to me. I kind of, you asked me to if Gwyn was going to become a superstar one day, and we had to buy or sell. I sold. I wasn't buying into that, and I'm starting to, after 2 weeks,
Are you going to start like dollar cost averaging into it now or something?
I'm starting to eat my words a little bit, but no, I hope he keeps it up. Kid's a freak. If he keeps playing at that level, Carolina's going to be good. And on the other hand, we know Dante's a freak. Hope he gets back to that level because that kid's a shooter, and COD is fun when people that are good are playing good COD. I mean, and that seems very simple, but good COD is so much more fun to watch than bad COD. And in order to have good COD, the people that are good at COD need to be playing good COD. So,
good COD.
Oh, that's it. Good COD, man. I love good COD.
Love it. Love good COD at the end of the day.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of surprises this year, man. I mean, the list could go on and on. I've seen a bunch in chat that we didn't say, so there is a ton of surprises this season. Good players, bad players, good teams, bad teams, maps being better or worse than we thought they were going to be. Overall, it's been pretty interesting, for sure. It's been a very fun first 2 weeks for me, in my opinion. It's actually a lot of fun watching this year so far, so I'm looking forward to see how the game kind of develops.
One more kind of, I know we said 3, but one more
throw
is
it out there.
Slasher. That boy is playing like prime Thanos
threw it back.
right now.
He threw it back 7-8 years.
1.19. I think he's in the top 10 KDs for sure in the league. Can't remember which one, but he's throwing it back on us. He said, "I'm putting that."
Yeah,
glove
he
on,
is. He's throwing it back on us. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, because I mean, Preston kind of said it. Slasher does not deserve it. Bro said he should not be in the league right now. He's too old. We know what to expect. But nah, he came out and he's showing out. I mean, that whole Ravens team is playing great. So got to tip it to him.
Bro's 30 years old, twerking on FaZe, bro.
That's
He's just laying the pipe on the table and telling him to take it. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Did you guys see the Ronnie tweet, dude? I was in tears.
What,
It
the
was
Tej one?
Yeah, nobody beats TJ Howley's 19 series in a row.
He showed them, bro. The couple cookie lineup was hitting last week.
I'm telling you, they must have had a good lineup. I'm not gonna lie.
He was nice first phase. He was slamming them.
He's slamming, brother. I mean, he's been nice throughout the entire year. T is a 1.06, so he's not bad, but he's really good at search, which we always kind of know Teach is gonna be good at search. But they put belt to ass on FaZe. After like P3, it was GG's. FaZe just was not coming back. When they went to their listening, it was just dead silent. It was just like they were talking, but they didn't have that energy. And Tease was just bending them over and just belt to ass, belt to ass, belt to ass.
Nah, they're crazy, bro. That series was like actually just my mind was completely blown watching that the whole time.
That should be dead though.
Oh man. All right, let's take a look at the Twitter community. So Chad, if you guys do not know, we started a little Twitter community. It's currently pinned on the Around the CDL page. So if you want to join, you can. You just got to go to the page and click on it. But we asked people for some questions/topics in this tweet. We got 5 replies, so we'll see what's in here. I haven't looked. So hopefully there's something good in here, not just a whole bunch of trolly things. But we're going to try and use the community a bit more. If you guys want to just post in here to talk about COD, obviously feel free. As long as everyone's just nice to each other, that's really all we ask. But also, if you have other questions or anything you want us to talk about on the show, definitely feel free to drop it in here and let us know. So we're going to try and figure out more ways to use the community and differentiate it from some of the other things you see. But let's see what we got here. We got one from Dylan. I redeem shots on Twitter. He said, let's say FaZe make a roster change. Who gets dropped? Who do they pick up? And where does the dropped FaZe member go? So what do we think? Let's say FaZe make a roster change in this hypothetical. I personally don't think they're going to make one, but let's just, for the fun of it. Who is FaZe dropping? We'll start with question 1. Who do FaZe drop if they make a change?
I think it has to be between Sale and Draws. It has to be one of them. I'd probably lean more towards Draws because the flex is kind of like the odd, or not consistently, but it's always one of the ARs that's always the odd man out. And it's always the person that comes in the newest. But I can also see, Sale getting dropped and, something happening. So I would say one of those two would probably be dropped, to be honest.
Yeah, I got both of their ARs going. See ya.
Damn,
Peace.
both at the same time?
Yeah, give them both the X. They both are getting shit on.
All right.
Yeah. Pick up Ilian and Courage. Say fuck it.
That would be something.
That's what that's what I'm saying. Drop Draws for Illy. That's what I was seeing. What people were kind of talking about.
It would help their SND.
For surely would.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably between the two. I actually would have said Celium, I feel like, before last week, because there was like the rumors that he was going to be the one gone after Champs, and then obviously they won EWC, but Draws has kind of been getting slammed, so I think it's between either one. What are you laughing at, bro?
Someone said, no, pick up King of Booty.
King of Booty. Nah, bro, he ain't getting dropped. King of Booty ain't getting dropped. That guy's nasty. All right, so let's say hypothetically we're dropping one of the ARs. Who do they pick up? Illy was already thrown out there. Encourage already thrown out there. Any other names? Chat, feel free to obviously play along if you're not already. Any other names that you think could potentially be thrown out here to be picked up for FaZe ARs?
As long as they don't pick up freaking Pred and move Sim to a flex, dude, because I'll throw up in my mouth. I will actually throw up.
I might have just been about to say that.
I will throw up in my mouth so many freaking times. You actually might not see me on this podcast again. I'm not kidding. I actually just may hide forever if that were to happen. I'd be sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I think I don't know who else they would pick up, to be honest. I don't really. Arcides pick up Alec again?
I was gonna say potentially Arcides, right? Like maybe a guy to come back in, knows how to play with the Tiny Terrors. see if he can bring the vibes up a little bit, channel some of that fun they used to have back in the day when they were winning world championships. Potentially to try and see if that works. I mean, his team did just win the cup this past weekend, so I don't know how he did individually, but at least he's, winning still in challengers. He obviously won challengers champs last year.
Everyone's saying kicks, guys. Do we know how contracts work?
Bro.
Do we know how contracts work?
Maybe they'll let him go. No, I doubt
but
it.
Listen, they just joined the league. They're not selling their best player. What are the only bright
FaZe also ain't
spots they've
spending
had?
money to buy anybody. There ain't no chance.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, if they have to let Tupac go, they're not buying anybody else.
All right, so let's move on to the last part of this. Where does the dropped FaZe member go? So in our case, Draza or Celium, what team do you think would pick those guys up if they got dropped right now? Obviously, every team would want them, but like, where do you think they'd fit best? It's actually interesting. I don't even know the answer yet. I haven't really thought too hard about it.
Let's just hypothetically say they drop Cell,
Mhm.
right? I mean, C9 for attach.
For attach, you think? I mean, they definitely their ARs haven't been good, for sure.
I mean, Sib and Cell feels like definitely an upgrade to attach and Sib.
I mean, Cell's an upgrade over pretty much every main AR outside the
I
top
would
three.
I would say LAG, but like for Preston, that's not the same.
No.
Skies and Cell won't work. Unfortunately, that would not work. Oh my
I don't
god.
think so. I don't know.
That would
I mean, who else is
that would have to be draws. I mean, that would have to be draws, and even then,
draws to LAG would be interesting for Priesta.
That would,
but
indeed.
Because I definitely think it would help. I mean, Draws has been getting a little tucked recently, but I do think it helped. What'd you see, bro? What'd you say?
I'm not even saying that shit out loud.
I can't see it. I can't see it because I can't click off the screen.
Nah, we are. Ryan, my guy, lock it in, Ryan. Lock it in. I know I did not just read that.
Signing up to Toronto for Insight?
For Insight? Nah.
No,
Insight's been. They're also 4-0. I don't know. It's actually interesting to think about where Cell would go.
Well, he wouldn't go on a top 3.
I know. Dude, I'm gonna pull up the standings again on Breaking Point, right? If you go with main ARs, Ravens, they're undefeated. They're not making a change. Thieves, no change. Ultra, no change. Boston for potentially Awakening or Cammy, but their teamwork looks good. I mean, would they pass up on Celium? Probably not, but let's say they don't make a change. Optic wouldn't make a change for Dashy. Rocker for Paul X, maybe. Maybe Rocker for Paul X ain't a bad idea, but I feel like their teamwork looks good. Miami's just not going to happen. They already have too many ARs, right? Super's probably going to come in. Surge for Abuza, I doubt it. C9 for Attach, maybe. Vegas not going to make a change. LAG for Skies, probably. I mean, I guess maybe it's an upgrade over Skies, but he's not going to play with Skies. Low-key, Rocker for Paul X might be the most potential move, if I had to guess.
That or the C9 move.
Yeah, or C9. That one probably makes a lot of sense, actually.
I don't know, man. Paul's been playing pretty solid, though.
Paul's been good. Yeah, he has been good. I don't think he should be dropped. I'm just saying, like, if Celium's a free agent, teams are going to want him.
But you got to keep in mind, this year Celium is a free agent. He's a free agent for a reason. I mean yes, the name
it's Celium.
That's not how that. Listen, that's not how that works. I get that, and it's still Cell. He'll be thrown in a roster instantly. I know, but unfortunately, teams don't think like that. I mean,
just came out of beta, and it's already officially.
What the hell is this guy watching, bro?
I opened up my Twitter and the video just immediately starts playing.
All right, let's look at the next question. We got Dumyel. Shout out Dumyel. Is he still in chat? He asked, if Pred comes back, does he wait for a top team to play for, or does he just play to play or sit to keep his stock high? So what do we think? Would he wait for a top team? Would he come back and play for anyone? Does he wait the rest of the season? What do we think? Again, same thing we just talked about with Cell, right? Like, everyone wants Pred, of course.
I think he has to go to a top team. I don't think he's going to go to anything lower because he wants to win a chip. I think it's pretty plain and simple.
I think after playing the season on Optic and what he went through on Surge, I think he'd wait because he knows that somebody's gonna pick him up. There's no sense on him signing a contract for a couple months on like a hypothetical, like, I don't know, like Surge or something like that, or a C9. There's no sense on him doing that.
Again, he said it's selfishly he wants to come back to Optic, and I'm not opposed to that at all. But if it's not Optic, I mean, it's going to be one of the top teams. I think the only top team I could maybe see would probably be C9 just because of his chem with Mac and Sib. But
Or FaZe.
stop
Jake.
it. Stop it.
Jake.
Jake, stop it.
Jake, I'd actually so much rather him go to LAT. I would so much rather him go. There's one team in the league I would not want that dude on for the rest of his career, and it's the one that you are saying there's a chance it happens.
It could.
FaZe for who?
Draws and then
Draws.
move
Sim to the flex.
I don't like it because then I'm not going to be a lifelong thing, and I'm going to cuss them out whenever we beat them on land. And I don't want to do that.
My God, I'd actually be sick, dude. I literally, I hate thinking. I actually hate thinking about it. Genuine.
That's
Simp is a
hilarious.
flex,
What?
dude.
Dude,
Are we?
Simp-
Is that like? Are we saying? Wait.
No, wait.
Are we saying simp as a flex with that many question marks? As in, like that would be disgusting, or we're saying like that can't work? Because if you're saying that can't work, I think you're.
I mean, like we
crazy.
said last year, Sip used an MCW 90% of the maps anyway. I felt like, other than like Rio.
And
And that
one
was-
MVP.
It was
And
going to
one
happen
MVP.
after Vanguard if Shotzi would have went to FaZe.
That's
They
true.
drop a Beezy perfect.
What's-
No,
what?
they're not dropping a Beezy. You
No,
drop draw.
no. Yeah.
You would drop draws and you would move simp to your flex. That's the move that FaZe should make if they were to make
That's what's up
a
with
move for
FaZe.
Pred.
Pred is a free agent, brother. He can go where the fuck he wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Pred would wait.
No. That would be crazy. Yes, that would. Yes, then I agree with you. That would be crazy. And it would be scary, and I would hate every second of it. Genuinely, I'm gonna sit here and say I would hate every second of it. I would.
Well, hopefully you don't have to deal with that. But you never know.
No,
You never know.
I mean, the guy bleeds green, bro. That guy is a walking green wall lover. Literally, he's a walking green wall.
well, hey, bro. If he says Optic, I'm ready to come back, and they say, hey, brother, we just won Major 1 with Hook. Sorry.
I don't like that. If Hook underperforms and Draws is dropped, I could see Ken wanting to bring him to Optic and move back to sub.
Draza?
Yeah,
No thanks.
that's
I
what.
mean-
Wait,
didn't we talk about this in Cord yesterday, Preston?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this yesterday. I said, you guys, if Draza gets dropped, should bring him in and Ken should go back to an SMG. Have
Yeah, you did.
Have Kenny and Shotzi running around with subs.
Because Optic wanted him and he chose FaZe. Yeah, and then we won a ring, so I don't really think that
Yeah,
matters.
I mean, also, and people were saying, who knows if Draws would ever even play for Optic, right? It'd be like Aches going to Optic, someone was saying, so.
Yeah, Rick said that yesterday.
Yeah, so, I don't know, bro. It'd be interesting.
I want Pred back so bad. Listen,
We all do, brother.
I love AG, and the second he comes back, if it's on Optic, incredible. But my focus now is just supporting the team and Kyler. Kyler's in such a rough spot, dude. This guy's in such a rough spot because he performs and he does well, and then the hypotheticals that are at play here are crazy, actually crazy.
Meet a FaZe for Draza. Austin, I can see that. I
Oh,
can
dude,
see that.
Austin's nasty, bro. That guy just hit Yuri. Get him on
Yeah.
the team.
I could see that.
Oh, just fucked up OBS. Yeah, bro. It'll be interesting to kind of see what happens with Pred. Because you also got to remember, right? Like, I think FaZe are mostly free agents this coming year, potentially. I'm actually not sure
that's
about
what
that.
Everyone is.
But, like, who else is going to be free agents that if Optics say, all right, we're going to drop Hook, we want to bring in someone else, do we bring back Pred? Do we try to get Simp? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we try to get a Beezy?
That's what everyone is saying. Is after this, if Black wins champs, the
Dude,
FaZe Optic super team is
Dude,
going to be
Optic
combined.
Simp was all over the Reddit and Twitter like a couple days ago. It was everywhere.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Chat, what do
But-
you guys think about Optic Simp?
Yeah, but that's the other thing. Like, I
For
don't know.
who? Yeah, we're saying
We're saying for who?
what- Okay. I mean,
Shotzi, Simp, Kenny, Dashy.
Is this hypothetical saying we aren't getting Pred back?
Yes.
This is like
Or we're saying it's
this
like
is
a
like
choice
after the
between-
season. After the season, Simp and all FaZe are free agents. Pred's a free agent, and you can sign Simp. Like you offer him
No,
a
I want
contract, and
Pred. No, I want Pred.
you want Pred over Simp.
Yeah, I don't think that's a question for me. I'm sorry. I love Simp. I think he's unbelievable, but we just won a tournament with Pred. I'll take Pred back instantly.
Yeah.
But by the end of this season, you haven't just won a tournament with Pred. You won a tournament with Pred over a year ago.
It didn't matter. I'll take Pred back.
I don't know.
I'm taking Simp. I'm taking Simp for sure.
You guys can take Simp. I'm taking Pred. I don't give a fuck.
The FaZe sure is going to join Genomates with Lens and put Simp to flex. No. All the top players are going to Falcons because they're spending that cash. 25 mil a year for everyone.
Dude, I actually would love to see like a big shakeup this offseason. I mean, the only way it's going to come is either OPTIC crash out this season or FaZe crash out this season, because I don't think Thieves are going to make massive changes. You never know. I guess if we crash out, potentially, but like Hydra and Scrap are not going anywhere next year. There's just no chance. So I would love to see some more
they're going
moves.
anywhere for a while, to be honest. I think Nate's
I hope not, man. I hope not.
Everything in his power to keep them there, even pulling out of his own pocket if he needs.
Yeah,
so I think they're safe.
What?
Please on stream? No.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think if OPTIC Simp is a possibility, you take that, bro. What about Simp and Abizi?
I think
you move Simp to the flex. You drop Ken and Hook.
Truthfully, right now, I think the only people that are truly safe on OPTIC are Bruce and Shotzi.
I mean, I agree.
Right now.
Holy
I mean, listen,
shit.
I love Ken, and I'm totally glad that he's on OPTIC. I'd love him to come back to Thieves one day. But you also got to think, like, Shotzi and Dashy are the faces of the league, the faces of OPTIC.
No, man.
Or,
just give me the squad back.
Hear me out.
Oh my
He's crashing out. He's crashing out.
Dashy runs it back as our AR. We bring on the Pimp and the BZ. The Pimp at Flex, a BZ and Shotzi at Subs. What do we say, ladies and gentlemen?
That's what I said. I mean, listen, I feel bad for Ken, but
oh my god,
Ken
no,
the Gentlemates.
Just give me the damn roster we just won with, man. Golly.
Who's IGL? Nobody. They just fucking run at everybody.
Yeah, how's that working for FaZe? It ain't working too well, is it?
Oh my god. I'm crying. Pred's OPTIC for the most. Okay.
Oh my god. I'm going to war for Ken and Pred, dude. Jesus.
Nah, I'm not saying, again, probably that's not going to happen,
Yeah.
Probably FaZe they're probably going to retain Simp and Abizi forever, but because Pred is laying down. Oh my god.
Oh my
Look at him, chat. Look at him.
He's so devastated.
He's so devastated.
Why are we talking about this? It's fucking December.
Oh my
That's
god.
too funny, bro.
It's just for the lulz.
Yeah, dude, I think it'd be interesting, man. I mean, this offseason is going to be very interesting, but we also don't know what's going to happen this year. I mean, OPTIC could win like 3 events this season with Hook, and you guys don't even... If you won 2 events with Hook this year, do you want to still drop him for Pred?
Nah, keep Hook. What? Wait, well, hold on. Is one of them champs? Is one of them champs?
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I'll take
LAT won champs already. It's locked in.
No, I'll take AG back. I only care about the big one, really. The majors are cool, but the big one counts.
All right, what about all 4 majors?
No.
And then choke the big one? Nah, I'm good.
Chat, what are you guys taking? What are you guys taking? 4 majors or champs? I want to know. I saw this trending on like Reddit or Twitter again today. What do we want? 4 majors or champs?
But there's gotta be ramifications. Like, how good did they do in the 4 majors? They get pissed on top 12 every single major?
No, they were like T4, T3, maybe a T6 sprinkled in, second place.
I'll take champs.
Yeah, I want the ring.
4 majors. I don't know. You guys win every major, then lose the big one? Hell no.
That would be terrible. Like everyone is anticipating you to win champs because you've won every major. You go and you shit the bed, you get top 6 like FaZe. Oh my god.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, chat. I see too many people saying 4 majors.
I don't
No,
know.
I'd rather get like second, third, fourth, second, and then first at champs. Give me the ring.
I don't know, bro. Look at Adam Assault.
Yes, the Optic Dynasty did do that. Yes, when we don't talk about that.
4 majors and second at champs.
We tripping? You're tripping, brother. What?
No, you guys want to
You
be
want a
that?
ring?
Pred isn't coming back. All right, Keith. Why don't you watch your mouth? Thank you.
Doggy. No, Fred is hey, listen, he wants to come back. Will he come back? Who knows, right? You never really know. It depends how Hook plays and how the team plays.
Are we off Galaxy gas?
I hope so.
Who? Us? For wanting a ring over 4 majors?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know. That's a
Clearly, he left on bad terms, brother.
you haven't seen any of the videos.
You
Clearly,
haven't seen anything, brother.
you got some
What?
catching up to do.
Look, I'll make it sure for you. Go to my page. I put a thread. You can reference that, or you can go watch Shake's video.
I had Alex tweet my video.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. Gave it a like.
Listen, Optics, Heck said he's welcome back anytime. Pred said he'd love to come back. Are they just saying things to save face? Who knows? But I trust that Hex is not a liar, personally, from how much I've seen of him in the last 15 years.
But yeah, give me the ring, though. Give me the ring.
I'm with you.
All right, I'll be proposing. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Major 2.
Major 2, I'll be proposing on main stage.
Does
to
Hex
Alex.
saying that add pressure to Optic or to Hook?
Like I said, man, Hook's in a tough spot anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm taking Falcons winning champs. I'm right there with you.
Hook's in the best worst spot that he could be in right now.
He is.
That's the best way I could put it.
I mean,
It is the
he's
best
on
worst
Optic
spot.
with friends and teammates he's played before, but he knows his spot is very thin. He's on thin ice there.
Why would Ant post a GIF if there was a fight? Well, because it sucks that you're losing your teammate 1 week into the season. Why would you not be upset about that?
Yeah.
Hello?
And they're boys. They're like boys.
They were literally boys. You just won champs not too long ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever. And 1 week into the season, this happens. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna have, emotions about it. It's not like it's just a, oh, okay, whatever type shit.
Hook's gonna be good enough to the point that even if AG does come back, he's gonna get another. That's probably valid.
Yeah.
And that's what most people are saying right now. Is like he's playing for his roster spot. We know he's gonna get it somewhere else. Again, this is all if AG comes back after Major 1, or if he even comes back for the entire year. He said he does not have a timeline right now at all. It could be after Major 1. It could be after champs. Who knows? But again, if Hook keeps playing the way he's playing right now, he'll end up somewhere eventually.
Whole situation is just crazy.
It is crazy, bro. It really is crazy. It's just like, no, I mean, it's so unexpected, right? It just came out of nowhere. But listen, I love to be optimistic, look on the bright side. At least it happened week 2 and not week 20. You know what I mean? And you're going into Major 4, you're getting ready to prepare for champs, and then all of a sudden you need to bring in Hook.
What's FS25?
FS25?
FIFA?
No, that's not FIFA. FIFA would be FC25. Preston looks like Scrap's long lost twin brother named Preserve.
What
That's
does
insane.
what does that even mean?
Preston, let me see your neck. Let me see your neck. Let me see it. Let me get a good stretch going. Oh shit, he's stripping down, Chad. He's stripping down. Oh!
God, I'm getting a little hot and steamy right now. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh my god! Oh! I just got banned. I just got banned on YouTube. Look at that neck. Oh yeah, that's Preserve right there. If I ever seen him. Yup.
Farming simulator. We can goon it.
Okay.
the video.
Yeah, I fear we've reached around the CDL after dark hours at this point. God damn.
I'm crying, yo. Chat is hilarious, bro.
Chat be wilding out, bro. I see a bunch of new faces in chat tonight, which is pretty dope. Shout out to everyone who's in here. If this is your first time in here, checking out the show.
Oh my god, I just got it. You're a moron. Holy shit.
I'm
Oh
almost done,
Oh
Preston.
my god.
Slippery rock. Yeah, I didn't go to the school, by the way. I went to Robert Morris. I don't know why I have this shirt.
Everyone
You're
just
an
always
off.
has that one shirt. They don't know how they got it. That's too funny, bro.
Oh, wait, who said? Wait,
Telescope. God damn.
Any other questions, chat, that y'all have that we can answer before we go completely after dark?
Preston's gonna crash out between the Pred talk and the Kenny talk and now Preserve and Telescope.
eye goggles or telescope, and preserve is crazy. That's insane.
That's too funny, bro. That's literally too funny. Does long
Y'all
neck
not
equal
gonna look at
straighter
the minor
shots?
bracket?
It Loki does. We're gonna
We
save
can.
our minor predictions for next show. We're gonna
Oh,
do
you-
another
you-
show
you-
before the
you-
minor,
you-
and we're gonna save it for that. We were gonna do it tonight, but then we figured we'd do the tier list, and then we'd run the minor bracket in a couple weeks after
So,
Christmas.
who's your top 5 players in the league right now?
Hydra, Scrap, Ghosty, Envoy, NADESHOT. That's my top 5 right now.
Okay, brother. All right.
I have I have
No.
work tomorrow morning, Austin. I'll play maybe tomorrow night. We'll see.
I have Shotzi, Gwen, Hydra, Scrap, Kleenex? Question mark.
I have King of Booty, Kicks, Roxas, and Xnid,
Egg
and then
Plaster.
an honor.
Oh,
And,
I'm sorry. Not yeah, Dashy. Dashy somewhere in there. I'm tweaking.
honorable mention would be Shotzi.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
only-
yeah.
Real talk, I'd probably have Shotzi, Dashy, Scrap, Kleenex, Gwen would probably be my 5 right now.
I'm probably right there.
This dude, dude, I can't believe how good Kicks is. Every time I see his name, I'm just envisioning him gunning FaZe down. You know what I'm saying? It's
That pistol kill on Vault
dude.
was
When it was a BZ, I think he slammed, right?
yeah, dude. That's one of the most impressive kills I've
Dude,
seen. in a
and
long
not
time.
only that kill, I think literally like 3 kills before that, someone pissed on Celium. It was insane, bro. Cell and Abizi got pissed on within like 30 seconds of each other.
He was not slammed. He was not centered on him at all. The guy wasn't weak.
He's the
and
Saudi
he's-
Octane.
Yeah, I mean,
We were calling him the Saudi
Actually.
Octane, the Saudi turret.
Saudi Octane is crazy.
Oh, he's so good. How many players do you think are winning their first event this year? Ghosty, Joe Deceives, Gwyn, Beans? That's a good question. Ghosty for sure.
Yes, go see.
Ghosty for sure, and that's it.
Yeah, dude.
That's it.
None
None of those other teams will win. Maybe Ultra. Maybe.
I could see Ultra pulling it off, but we have to see
No,
how it
I-
progresses, bro.
I don't think so.
You know, I could see Ravens making a run at Major 1.
I don't think so.
He's back to hating.
He's back to hating, bro. Our podcast colors are blue.
I do not think the Ravens win an event. I do not think Toronto wins an event.
Hey, this guy's a
Yeah.
hater, chat.
We need to find a color that no team uses to put as our logo.
Dude, I
But feel like
tried, but
every color is
the only
gone.
one is like pink. Pink is
Oh,
like the
we don't
only
want-
color. Actually, yellow,
Not
right?
'cause-
Because subliners don't exist anymore.
What's more
Um,
likely, FaZe winning
well,
3 majors or Ultra
like
winning
gold.
champs? Ultra winning champs.
What's one? FaZe winning 3 man, Ultra winning.
I think
FaZe
Ultra
3
winning
majors.
champs. I'm going Ultra champs.
FaZe winning 3 majors. There's 4 majors totals against LAG or LAT. Yeah, no thanks. No,
Mhm.
that ain't
Notice how he
happening.
didn't say against Optic. He only said against LA2.
Oh wow, fake fan, fucker. You hear that? I'm gonna put it.
Listen,
clip
I'll
this and
bring
put it
some-
in the Greenwall Discord in the Greenwall
Rod?
community.
I'll bring some
Preston's
extra LA
Loki,
t-shirts.
Shaggy, the 13th Ghost. Yeah, you guys are done. You guys are done. Bro. You guys, we're done. No, we're done.
No, you kind of do remind me of Shaggy, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
kind
do.
of do remind me of Shaggy.
Yeah, I do. I remind you of Shaggy.
Oh my god, bro, you're
Yeah,
literally
you guys are on my
Shaggy.
shit list. You guys are literally on my shit list.
Yo,
Yeah,
where's
that's
Scooby, bro?
unbelievable.
Go get Scooby. That's too funny, bro. That's too funny. This guy drives the mystery machine to work every morning.
The thing on the podcast who is a Discord kitten.
Jake.
That's me for sure. For sure. I can't even cat.
Jake literally does everything. When I tell you Alex and I don't do anything except for show up, we don't do anything except for show up.
Hey, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure having you boys on.
We bring the vibes.
Exactly,
We got Preserve, Jake, BH.
What? But Alex, I don't know yet.
Who's that? Who's Jake BH team?
I guess he's saying I'm like JHB.
J. Oh, is it JHB and not JBH?
No, yeah, JHB from 100.
Who's that?
He's
That's the old
100
intern. Is
Thieves.
he still an intern?
Well, no, he's a full-time employee now. He works for socials for 100T. He used to be like more in the content side, but I think he said he didn't want to do that anymore. Now he's just on behind the scenes.
Jake on Optic for Hook is unstoppable. Nah, Jake's gonna throw games against.
Bro,
that.
you should see me out there with the Jackal. Preston can attest. Other than like every other map when I get slammed, see every other map I'm good. Nah, today I was struggling, bro. The fucking ping was killing me. I was getting fucking packet burst every match.
I was in fucking tears today. I was actually in tears today.
I
I
was
had
tweaking.
Jake in one ear, I had Jamie in my other ear, I had Rick in my third ear. Dude,
Oh,
I was
shit,
fucking...
not the third hole.
Holy shit, dude. I was in tears.
Nah.
Jake a map one pony? He might be, to be honest.
Jake can't play in the league, Chad. He's a keyboard mouse warrior.
So one thing I will say, if you need me to show up in S&D, that's not my game mode.
Hey,
I'm
that's
running
perfect
shit.
for you because you ain't playing any SND in rank this year. I think I played 3 SND maps all year.
Knowing my luck, I'd get back-to-back S&Ds.
I'm gonna play with you then because I need some fucking search. Pardon my French. Shout out Paco.
That game mode gives me no dope.
I like SND, bro.
That I will say, me, Preston, and
Flop.
who were we playing with when Jake got no kills?
Oh, we were
all
playing
the
with
Hilltop?
Lando, with Preston's brother.
Lando. Yeah,
Oh.
Lando.
That shit was
I ain't
insane.
gonna lie. Nobody in chat's beating that squad in the best of 5.
We were kind of, I didn't get a single kill and we won a hard point versus chat. That's insane. I literally did not shoot my gun once. I sat and hill the whole game and we won.
You 3 plus 1. Are you guys getting a map on Falcons? King of Booty's getting farmed. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
No, we're probably getting slammed.
We're getting slammed.
We're getting
yeah.
slammed.
What
Maybe we'll
rank
steal
are you
search.
boys? I am bronze, brother. I have not touched ranked.
Come on,
I'm
man. I
flat.
lost to Doug Sensor Martin in ranked.
Oh my god, we played Doug, bro.
Come on, man. I'm not beating Falcons.
We literally played Doug. I opened up his stream. I see in chat, yo, you're playing Jake Maverick. I was like, what's going on, bro? I said,
Hollywood over
damn,
here.
I might be Hollywood.
Yeah, we played Brian Stats. Brian Stats said, yo, what's up, Jake? This guy gets
We
recognized
did.
every other
We played
lobby
Brian
we play.
Stats, too. That was hilarious. Shout out Brian Stats.
And then he goes and at the end of every single game that we win, Jake literally types in, look up Jake Maverick on YouTube. That's what he does. He plugs his own YouTube channel.
That's totally true. That's totally true.
What are you guys' thoughts on everyone switching off COD right now? I mean, servers are ass. Cheaters are horrible. The game is great. It's a few tweaks away from being great. It's definitely a 7 out of 10 right now. But just all the problems that it has, from hackers to servers being ass.
Not to mention like Marvel Rivals just coming out, which is a pretty hyped up game, right? Everyone knows Marvel. Everyone knows like Overwatch style gameplay.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense to have people kind of switching off, trying different things. But yeah, if they just fixed their servers and had a working anti-cheat, this COD might be godlike.
Hacienda's going to be in for rerun, chat. Listen, this game needs Arsenal.
I'm vetoing that.
This game needs Arsenal, and this game needs frequency, and it's the It's one of the best CODs of all time. Not even kidding.
Look, I'm kind of okay with that because I think it's 0-3 on Rewind.
But yeah, I mean, everyone's pretty much said Rewind's gone in S&D and HP. So
Makes
and
me sad.
Hacienda and
Chauncey says Skyline S&D is out too.
for what?
For Hasi S&D?
Oh, I thought it was both Rewinds.
Oh, I don't know.
I did see
Yeah,
shots
for
he said
Hasi.
Skyline, but I don't know if other pros are saying other things.
Oh, well, I don't mind Rewind S&D all that much, so that's fine. I despise Rewind HP. Rewind is good for what?
For S&D, yes.
I don't mind Rewind.
I don't know.
Of course you don't.
I don't mind.
Because
Like,
Thieves are godlike at it.
they are pretty good. I mean, we did lose to. It's the only hardpoint map we've lost, actually, but I don't mind it. I mean, I feel like the length of the map makes the spawns slightly more predictable. Like, you kind of know if you. I mean, sometimes the spawns are really sticky back there, though. Like, there definitely needs to be a little bit of work on that. But I don't know. It's not the worst, in my opinion. But the pros are vetoing it, I feel like, more than any other map. So it makes sense for it to come out.
Yeah, I don't. Rewind HP is better than Skyline and Protocol. It's better than Skyline. It's not better than Protocol. Although Protocol I would go. Protocol is better than Rewind. That's better than Skyline. I think Skyline might be the worst HP. It's a bang out and it's fun, but
In terms of, like, competitive integrity, it's not exactly.
every single time I'm dying, somebody spawns behind me. Or I'm dying, I'm spawning the opposite side. I'm dying, I'm spawning the opposite side.
Dude, I genuinely think I played a hardpoint on Skyline where I died 3 times, and all 3 times I flipped sides of the map I spawned on. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. And we literally have a person.
People aren't blocking spawns. That's why.
No, we block. I literally have Jamie posted back grass, and I will spawn back Kelly steps, back white steps.
Yeah, because I
Doesn't
feel like
matter.
if someone just gets pushed up past halfway on mid, you're just gonna flip. As soon as someone gets through pool, it's just flip.
What's worse, red card or... That's not close. Red card's the second best map in the
Yeah,
game.
Skyline's just not really competitive. It is just straight gunny, but it's entertaining.
No, it's fun. I like playing it in ranked play strictly because I'm just shooting. But in terms of me actually trying to win, that map is a lot harder for me to actually try to win because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Red card spawns are so bad, they don't even compare to Skyline spawns. I can at least tell you where I think that you're spawning on red card. I don't have a guess where you're spawning on Skyline.
Now, that one spawn from Dill when they were playing Minnesota where he spawned steps and it was the hill was in the little thingamajigger thing, like in the parking garage. In the parking garage or whatever. Parking garage steps. I don't know fucking call outs. And he spawns steps and he just wraps back to P4 and just stays there for the entire time and no one on Minnesota ever notices.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Such a bailout spawn.
Yeah, he spawned mid steps and he just rotated the stage and they literally won the map. Dude, Thieves got blessed with some spawns this last weekend, bro. They got blessed.
Yeah.
I can't even
Red
cap.
card Nuketown?
Seaside was fire. Seaside was fire, but listen, now are they adding Hossie control for sure?
I don't think right now, no.
I
Not
don't
with
know.
the spawns.
Okay. All right. Well, they shouldn't because I don't like it.
They don't like
I don't
it.
like it.
They shouldn't add it because Preston doesn't like it.
I don't like it.
That's right. That's right.
It's ass, bro. It's so ass.
Dude, Hossie's godlike for HP and S&D, but I cannot play control on Hossie in this game. It's literally our veto in ranked. That's pathetic because I love Hossie and it's our veto in ranked. I'd rather play Protocol, which is saying something.
We're
It's
kind of
actually
nasty
saying
at
something.
Protocol, though.
Yeah,
Nuketown's
well-
comp map is crazy.
Protocol needs to be gone. It needs to be gone. They need, listen, Arsenal and Frequency in this game would be perfect, and they're both good control maps. That's all we need. That's literally all we need.
Don't worry, they won't give it to you. Can't trust these devs with nothing.
If you take out, so they're taking out what? So right now it's Rewind HP and Skyline S&D.
I think that's what Shotzi said, but obviously it could change.
Okay, cool. So then take out Skyline HP and Rewind S&D for what? Arsenal. Add Arsenal Control. There's your third control map. And then take out Protocol for Frequency. All 3 modes. And then there's your third control map again. That's all they have to do. And this game is godlike. It's actually godlike. They do those three things, whatever I just listed, it's godlike. It's actually godlike.
Yeah, we'll see what they do, man. I mean, hopefully they give us some new maps too that end up being good. You never know. They might cook up something that just ends up working, but I doubt it, bro. I have no faith.
Back 6-star. That map's fucking insane.
Dude, last year had some good DLC maps. It really did.
Last year's maps.
Can you
had ended up
imagine
being
Rio
really good.
with Black Ops 6 movement and speeds and stuff like that? It would be,
no.
you would see 60 kills on a map in a Rio hardpoint in Black Ops 6.
Yeah. Wonder where that spawns would be. Oh, they're spawning behind me. Oh, they're spawning.
They spawned right in front of me. Oh, he spawned on top of me. He's inside me.
Okay.
A second.
Chat.
Aftermath, USS Texan, and Gustav Cannon. Okay.
Can we time out? Can we time out your number one fan for 30 seconds?
Get that guy out of here. Get out of here, Vegas. Nah. All right. What do you say we round out this show, man? We going for an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Let's do it. I gotta eat dinner.
Preston's got to eat dinner at 11:30 at night, chat. This guy's insane. All right,
I had dinner already, but I'm hungry again.
Oh, double dinner.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's back.
All right, big back. You close us out, bro. What you got to say? What you got to say to the fans? What you got to say to the community?
Yeah. Fans.
Fans.
When we hit
I hate the word fans. I'm never saying that again, bro.
When we hit 2,500 followers on X, I'm showing ass on the timeline. Lots of love, peace of love. Thank you everybody for hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
2,500. That's not that far away.
Join the community. Join the community. We're gonna ask for questions before every single show. I can't guarantee it's just, give your thoughts on certain, but there will be some sort of interaction, tweet / zeet, whatever we're calling it.
It's a tweet.
Okay. In the community before the show for you guys to go put your thoughts, interact, do whatever you need to do for you to be brought up on the next podcast episode, which is what we did today. So go join that, go interact, and have a good time. Just do not be toxic. And Dumiel, no rage baiting.
Oh, he called you out, Dumiel. He called you out.
No rage baiting, Dumiel.
Alex.
Yeah. I mean, kind of what Preston said, go join the community. Also, go join Preston's community because it's blowing up. It's been blowing up for the past 2 weeks or a week or whatever. He has a Discord now, which, bro, literally, I joined it this morning, asked for admin access. It was a simple Discord. Log back on at like 3 o'clock. There's a little category for every fucking thing. I said, what the fuck just happened, brother?
Dude, my server's sick.
They have that server popping. You like ranked play, 8s, shit, random bullshit, just ever. Like, I was like, yo, you can literally find anything on the server. So, shout out to everyone that's been doing that. Yeah, shout out to all y'all. As you know, if you love us, if you hate us, you're still watching. So we appreciate everyone. Yeah, we'll be back. I'm not sure when. Definitely before matches start and the
probably in like
start.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
we'll probably take a week or two off for the holidays.
Yeah. Again, holidays are coming up. Christmas is in 1 week, so if you celebrate Christmas, if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. I wish you and your family and all your loved ones the best. Make sure to spend some time with them. And yeah, just relax a little bit. Pone on some Christmas noobs that are undoubtedly going to be there and undoubtedly going to get their shit ran by myself, Jake, and Preston. So, yeah, appreciate all the boys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, chat. Thank you guys for real. If you're watching in post, make sure to drop a like on the video. If you're listening on Spotify, drop a 5-star review. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. Like we said, we'll probably take like a 2-week break for the holidays, unless something happens and there's like an emergency show type deal. But we'll be back in, week and a half, 2 weeks with our minor bracket predictions before we get back into matches. So, like Alex said, enjoy the holidays. Spend time with your family, your friends, your loved one, or time alone if you just need a break. You know what I'm saying? That's okay too. If you just need a little break from everything, work, school. Just enjoy yourselves, man. Enjoy having a break from the COD until it comes back. It'll make it even better when it does. And yeah, with all that being said, chat, we appreciate you all for real. Join the community. I put it in the chat. I'll link it in the description if you're watching in post. And we'll use the community. We'll have some fun, talk about COD. So thank you guys for real. We'll see you in the next one.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Peace.